Welcome to Learn with Lili. Today we are starting with your Longman Universal Science for Class 4, Chapter 4. And the name of the chapter is Reproduction in Animals. Stepping Stones. Identify the animals, write the names of young ones of these animals. So the animal dog, the young one is called puppy, cow, calf, pig, piglet, and horse, foal. Reproduction. All living beings such as humans, animals, plants, and microorganisms are born, grow, live for a certain period of time, and then die. The period of time for which a living organism lives is called its lifespan. To ensure the continuity of life, the living beings must produce more of their own kind before they die. The process by which living organisms produce more of their own kind is called reproduction. Reproduction in animals. Animals reproduce in two ways. Animals such as cows, dogs, cats, mouse, elephants, lions, and whales give birth to their young ones, babies. Animals such as birds, fish, frogs, tortoises, crocodiles, and snakes lay eggs. Their young ones hatch out of the eggs. Animals that lay eggs. Birds. Female birds lay eggs in their nests. They build their nests by using different materials such as twigs, pieces of old cloth, grass, and leaves. One of the parent birds sits on the eggs for some days to keep them warm. This process is called incubation. The hard outer shell protects the egg. The yellow part present in the center of the egg is called yolk. It contains a bright white spot that develops into the baby. A growing baby inside the egg is called embryo. The developing embryo obtains food from the yolk. The white part of the egg, called albumin, surrounds the yolk. Albumin protects the embryo from shocks and jerks. It provides water to the developing embryo. As you can see in this picture, you can see the parts of a bird's egg. The embryo goes through various stages, and when the chick is fully developed, it breaks the eggshell and comes out of the egg. This process is called hatching. The parent birds feed their babies till they are strong enough to look after themselves. Run through. All animals reproduce by either laying eggs or giving birth to babies. Animals such as birds, frogs, fish, insects, and reptiles lay eggs. An egg has a hard outer shell, a yellow portion in the center called yolk, and a white watery substance called albumin that surrounds the yolk. Track your progress. 1. Answer in one word. A. The process of producing young ones, reproduction. B. The part of the egg that protects embryo from shocks and jerks, albumin. C. An animal that lays eggs, birds, and frog. D. A growing baby inside the egg, embryo. And E. The process by which the chick breaks the egg shell and comes out of it, called hatching. Now, frog. A female frog lays hundreds of eggs at a time in a lake or a pond. These clusters of eggs are called swabs. The eggs are surrounded by a jelly-like substance that protects them. The young one of a frog is called tadpole. A tadpole does not resemble a frog. It looks more like a small fish. It has a long tail but has no legs. It breathes through gills in water. It swims in water and eats water plants. After 5 weeks, the tadpole loses its tail and grows organs and limbs. In about 11 weeks, it transforms into a fully developed frog. This complete change in the form of an organism from the young stage to the adult stage is called metamorphosis. As you can see, here is the life cycle of a frog. And know your scientist. Maria Sibylla Merian. She was a German naturalist and scientific illustrator. Merian was one of the first naturalists to observe insects directly. She documented evidence on the process of metamorphosis of caterpillars. Merian also proposed the descriptions of their life cycles. Insects. Insects such as butterflies, cockroaches, and grasshoppers reproduce by laying eggs. The eggs undergo various stages of development before transforming into an adult insect. So, insects also undergo metamorphosis. The sequence of development that takes place in an animal from the embryo to an adult stage is called its life cycle. Insects such as cockroach and grasshopper typically go through 3 stages of development during their life cycle. Therefore, they are known to have an incomplete metamorphosis. During this time period, the egg of the insect transforms into a form called a nymph. It does not have wings. The nymph sheds its outer covering number of times and changes into an adult. This is known as molting. As you can see, here is the life cycle of a cockroach. And here, remember, a complete metamorphosis has 4 stages of development: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. And here, life cycle of a butterfly. A butterfly has 4 stages of development in its life cycle. It lays eggs on leaves. The eggs hatch to produce larvae. The larva looks like a worm. The larva of a butterfly is called caterpillar. Larvae get their food from leaves. The 3rd stage is the pupa. In this stage, larvae cover themselves with a thread-like structure called cocoon, and the caterpillar undergoes transformation inside the cocoon. An adult emerges from the cocoon. As you can see, here is a picture of life cycle of a butterfly. Now, life cycle of a housefly. Houseflies also undergo 4 stages of development in their life cycle and exhibit complete metamorphosis. The housefly lays hundreds of eggs at a time. The larva of a housefly is called maggot. After some days, the larva becomes barrel-shaped. This is now called a pupa. Pupa is covered by a cocoon. It also breaks up in a week and a young housefly comes out. This is the life cycle of a housefly. Fish. Fish too lay their eggs in water. They lay thousands of eggs at one time, but many of these are eaten by other big fish. The young fish hatch from these eggs. Most fish leave their eggs once they are laid and do not take care of them. Some fish carry their eggs or young ones with them. The seahorse, which is a small sea fish, carries its egg around in a pouch, wonder box. Octopus mothers guard their eggs for several months, a period of time where they do not eat or move. After their young hatch, the mothers die. Reptiles. Reptiles such as lizards, turtles, and snakes also lay eggs. Turtles and crocodiles dig shallow pits, generally near the river banks, and lay eggs there. Crocodiles carry their young to the water body after the eggs hatch and take care of them for some time. So the turtle is laying eggs in a shallow pit. And animals that give birth to young ones. The animals that give birth to young ones are called mammals. These include dogs, cats, monkeys, tigers, cows, elephants, horses, and human beings. As you can see the picture of tiger, rabbit, and mouse, the animals that give birth to young ones. Whales, dolphins, and bats also give birth to young ones. Get it right. Whale, dolphin, and bat reproduce by giving birth to their young ones. Although whale and dolphin look like a fish and bat looks like a bird, but the truth is they are all mammals. The young one of mammals grow inside the body of the mother for many weeks. When the babies are born, they cannot take care of themselves. The mother cares for them, feeds them, and protects them till they can look after themselves. Some mammals, such as the tiger, teach their young ones to hunt. After some time, they can live on their own. Kangaroos have a pouch on their body to carry their young ones. Animals that carry their young ones in their pouch are called marsupials. Run through. Animals such as birds, frogs, insects, fish, and reptiles lay eggs. Animals that give birth to young ones are called mammals. Lions, tigers, rabbits, rats, dogs, and human beings are some examples of mammals. Animals that carry their young ones in their pouch are called marsupials, such as kangaroo. Now, track your progress. Match the following: frog, tadpole, caterpillar, larva of a butterfly, maggot, larva of a housefly, snakes, reptiles, and lion is a mammal. Glossary. Albumin, a white watery substance in an egg that surrounds the yolk. Embryo, a growing baby inside the egg. Hatching, the process in which baby birds break open the egg shell and come out. Incubation, the process in which birds sit on their eggs. Life cycle, the sequence of development that takes place in an animal from the embryo to the adult stage. Lifespan, the time period for which a living being lives. Mammals, animals that give birth to young ones and feed them with food. Marsupials, animals that carry their young ones in their pouch. Metamorphosis, the complete transformation from young stage to adult stage. Molting, the process of shedding old skin. Reproduction, the process by which living organisms produce more of their own kind. And yolk, the yellow portion in the center of an egg that is surrounded by albumin. Now, assessment zone. Number 1. A. Tick the correct answer. 1. The period of time for which a living being lives is called its lifespan. 2. The white part of an egg is called albumin. 3. The larva of a housefly is called maggot. 4. Change in the form of an organism from the young stage to the adult stage is called metamorphosis. 5. Which of the following animals give birth to the young ones? Cat. Part B. Fill in the blanks using the words given in the box. Number 1. Animals that carry their young ones in their pouch are called marsupials. Number 2. An egg of a cockroach transforms into a form called nymph. 3. The clusters of eggs laid by the female frogs are called spawns. 4. Birds sit on their eggs to incubate them. And 5. The yolk in the egg provides nourishment to the growing chick. Now, part C. State true or false. Number 1. Most insects build nests to lay their eggs. False. 2. The white watery substance present in an egg is called albumin. True. 3. A tadpole is a young of a snake. False. 4. Fish lay their eggs on land. False. And the last one is, there are 3 stages in a life cycle of a cockroach. True. Now, part D. Identify the animals given below on the basis of their way of reproduction. Laying egg or giving birth to young ones. For lay egg, we have cockroach, lizard, turtle, and fish. And for giving birth to young ones, camel, cat, cheetah, and elephant. Answer the questions. You will refer to the notebook. Question number 1. Why do animals reproduce? Answer. To ensure the continuity of life, the living beings must reproduce before they die. Number 2. Why do birds build their nests? Answer. Birds build their nests to protect the young ones and to do incubation. Number 3. What do you understand by incubation? Answer. The process in which birds sit on their eggs is known as incubation. Number 4. State the function of the following parts of an egg. Albumin. Albumin protects the embryo from shocks and jerks, and it provides water to the developing embryo. Yolk. The developing embryo obtains food from the yolk. An eggshell, the hard outer shell, protects the egg. 5. What is metamorphosis? The complete transformation from young stage to adult stage is called metamorphosis. 6. Define life cycle and molting. Life cycle. The sequence of development that takes place in an animal from the embryo to the adult stage is called life cycle. Molting. The process of shedding old skin is known as molting. Question number 7. Describe one similarity between seahorse and kangaroo. Answer. The seahorse carry their eggs or young ones with them in a pouch, and kangaroos also have a pouch on their body to carry their young ones. Answer the following questions in detail. 1. Describe the life cycle of a butterfly. Answer. A butterfly has 4 stages of development in its life cycle. It lays eggs on the leaves. The eggs hatch to produce larvae. The larva looks like a worm and it is called caterpillar. Larvae get their food from leaves. The 3rd stage is the pupa. Larvae cover themselves with a thread-like structure called cocoon. The caterpillar undergoes transformation inside the cocoon and an adult emerges from the cocoon. Question number 2. What is the difference between the life cycle of a frog and a housefly? So, the frog, 1. They don't have larvae. Housefly, the larva is called maggot. 2. They don't have pupa and cocoon. It has pupa and cocoon. 3. It takes about 11 weeks to change into a young frog. It takes 1 week to change into a young one. 4. The eggs turn into tadpole and the eggs turn into larva. And 5. They breathe through gills. They don't have gills. Question number 3. Kangaroos give birth to their babies, but they are called marsupials. Why? Kangaroos have a pouch on their body to carry their young ones. Animals that carry their young ones in their pouch are called marsupials. Number 4. How do mammals take care of their young ones after they born? Answer. They feed and protect the young ones till they can look after themselves. Some teach the young ones to hunt, and some are marsupials and carry their young ones in their pouch. Question number 5. Where do turtles lay eggs? What do they do with their babies after hatching? Answer. Turtles dig shallow pits generally near the river banks and lay eggs there. After hatching, they carry their babies to the water body and take care of them for some time. Number 6. Discuss the life cycle of a cockroach. Answer. Cockroach has 3 stages of development during its life cycle. They are known to have incomplete metamorphosis. The egg of the insect transforms into a form called a nymph. It does not have wings. The nymph sheds its outer covering number of times and changes into an adult, and this is known as molting. And the last question. Why does tadpole have gills instead of lungs to breathe? Answer. A young one of a frog is called tadpole, and because it grows in water, they need gills to breathe. It swims in water till 5 weeks. Therefore, they can breathe through gills in the water. And now the workbook. Worksheet number 1. Fill in the blanks. Number 1. The period of time for which a living organism lives is called its lifespan. 2. A growing baby inside the bird's egg is called swarms. 3. A growing baby inside the bird's egg is called embryo. And number 3, the young one of a frog is tadpole. 4, the cluster of eggs of frogs are called spawns. And 4, a tadpole breathes through gills in water. Define the following. Reproduction. The process by which living organisms produce more of their own kind is called reproduction. 2. Incubation. The process in which birds sit on their eggs is called incubation. 3. Hatching. The process in which baby birds break open the eggshell and comes out is called hatching. Number 4. Metamorphosis. The complete transformation from young stage to adult stage is known as metamorphosis. Next page. Unscramble the words. The first is grasshopper, second is butterfly, and third is cockroach. Draw and label parts of a bird's egg. You can refer to page number 39. Worksheet number 2. State true or false. 1. A butterfly has 3 stages of development in its life cycle. False. 2. Fish lays thousands of eggs at one time. True. 3. The seahorse carries its eggs around in a pouch. True. 4. Reptiles give birth to young ones. False. And 5. Tiger teaches its young one to hunt. True. Answer in one word. The larva of a butterfly. The larva of the butterfly caterpillar. 2. A thread-like structure covering the pupa cocoon. 3. They lay their eggs in the shallow pit near the river bank. Turtles. 4. The animals that give birth to young ones. Mammals. 5. The animals that carry their young ones in their pouch is marsupials. C. Match the following. Maggot is larva of a housefly. Caterpillar is larva of a butterfly. Lizard is a reptile. Human being, mammals, and kangaroo is marsupials. The last worksheet. Solve the crossword. Across. The yellow portion in an egg is called the yolk. This is extra. Number 5. They go through incubation. It is birds. And number 6. Large aquatic mammals, whale. Now, birds reproduce by laying these eggs. Number 2. Baby insect that looks like a parent is a nymph. And number 4. Baby frog is a tadpole. Now, true or false? All animals feed their babies with their own milk. False. 2. The young one of a cat is a puppy. False. 3. A frog goes through 4 stages in its life cycle. True. 4. The larva of a butterfly is called caterpillar. True. 5. All the living beings take care of their young ones. False. And 6. Some animals lay thousands of eggs at a time. True. Answer the following questions. Name 2 insects which have 3 stages in their life cycle. Cockroach and grasshopper. Number 2. How do mammals take care of their young ones? They feed them and protect them till they can look after themselves. Some teach them to hunt. And number 3. Why does fish lay a large number of eggs at a time? Answer is, fish lay a large number of eggs at a time because many of these are eaten by other big fish. So, if you enjoyed my video, please do like, share, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. God bless you all.